Hello. I am checking in with my Instagram account. There we are. So that anyone who makes the mistake of going to Instagram is going. Hey, Gazi, good morning. Welcome. Salam. Everything's okay? Yeah. I'll probably have to move it this way a bit so you don't see my machine there in the corner. You know. Okay. Hey, Ron, good morning. Okay. Just going to wait a couple more minutes. We should have a couple more people coming, and then we'll get started. So we're doing a little bit of lifting today. For some of the exercises, it would help to have blocks or books if you have those, just to give you a bit of extra height. It's okay to have more than one book. You just do what you need, and if it doesn't feel safe, then don't do it at all. There's always ways to modify a lift where you're not physically off the floor, but you're engaging all the muscle actions of a lift. So it's the same thing, only it looks different. That's all. Okay. Okay, great. No one's on Instagram, which is great. So people are getting used to the idea of being on YouTube. Hey, Lana and Irene, good morning. Lovely to see you. Okay. Okay, we're going to get started. And I got some new music just for you. Oh, you know what would help is if I plug in the microphone so we're not stuck with... There we are. Okay. I even went and got blocks. It's great. Okay. So we're going to get to the lifting portion a little bit later in the class when we start our seated work. But we're going to do all the regular stuff we always do because everything works together. So, your Bandha two-step, the chopping action of the arms, the lifting of your pelvic floor, resisting the arms back, things like that. All those actions that we do all contribute to lifting. So what we're practicing in a standing sequence counts. You're here. You made it. Press the feet strongly into the floor. Lift the thighs up in towards your hip sockets. As your thighs lift up, the tail lengthens down and breathe. Find your Bandha two-step, belly and lifting your pelvic floor. Lift your rib cage up away from your hips. Keep breathing. If you want to find your shoulder blades, take cactus arms. So the elbows are going to move forward, hands move back. Keep the shoulder blades in place. Just release the arms back down. Keep breathing. And we'll begin. Inhale. Bring your arms up. Gaze at your thumbs. Exhale and fold. Relax your lower back. Inhale. Lengthen your head up. Hold the belly in. Exhale. Push into your hands. Step or jump back. As you lower to chaturanga, move the shoulder blades and elbows back. Inhale. Upward dog. Strong legs, heavy hips, arms back, rib cage forward. Exhale. Lift your rib cage up and shift it back as you move into downward dog. Hold here. One. Spread your fingers and toes. Try to make the arms and legs a little bit straighter. 2. Try to reach your heels down and lengthen your big toes forward, getting the stretch into your legs right away. Take a deep breath. 3, find your Bandha two-step. Hold the belly in, lift the pelvic floor, and curl the tail to your chest. 4, rotate the armpits in towards each other, bringing the shoulder blades away from your spine. 5, as you exhale, gaze forward. Inhale, bend your knees, step or hop forward, lengthen your head up, hold the belly in. Exhale, heavy rib cage, and relax your lower back. Inhale, push into your feet, come all the way up, reach away from strong legs. Exhale, Samasthiti. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach your arms up, gaze up at your thumbs. Exhale and fold, relax your lower back. Inhale, lengthen your head up, hold the belly in. Exhale, push into your hands, step or jump back. Again, elbows and shoulder blades move back as you come over the wrists, your shoulders. Inhaling, upward dog. Full breath. Exhale, lift your rib cage up and shift it back, downward dog. Hold here. 1, long arms and legs right away. Try to make them as straight as you can. 2, rib cage is up and back. So it's not 3, heels down, big toes forward, index fingers forward, rotate your armpits in. 4, Bandha two-step and breathe. 5, as you exhale, gaze forward. Inhale, bend your knees, step or hop forward, lengthen your head up. Exhale and fold, relax your lower back, heavy ribs. Inhale, push into your feet, come all the way up and reach. Exhale, Samasthiti. Once more, inhale, arms up. Exhale and fold, relax your lower back. Inhale, lengthen your head up, hold the belly in. Exhale, push into your hands, step or jump back. You can always hold plank, otherwise bring the shoulders over your wrists, Chaturanga. Inhaling, upward dog, full breath. Exhale, lift your rib cage up, shift it back, downward dog, and hold. 1, long arms, long legs, long spine, long breath. Keep thinking of making the arms and legs as long as you can. That's 2. Heels down, big toes forward, index fingers forward, armpits rolling in. 3, find your Bandha two-step, belly in, lifting your pelvic floor. Keep the breath in your rib cage and drop your head. 4, 5, as you exhale, gaze forward. Inhale, bend your knees, step or hop, lengthen your head up. Exhale and fold, relax your lower back. Inhale, push into your feet, come all the way up, reach away from strong legs. Exhale, Samasthiti, Surya Namaskar B. Inhale, bend your knees, tail forward, arms up. Exhale, fold, relax your lower back. Inhale, lengthen your head up, hold the belly in. Exhale, push into your hands, step or jump back. You can hold plank or lower Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, full breath. We're going to slow down on the warriors. Exhale, lead with your belly, downward dog. Step the right foot forward. We're going to come onto the left toes if you can. And if you can stay here, that's fine. Take your time coming up. Bring your hands in your pelvis. Tilt the pelvis up. Hold your belly and lift your pelvic floor. Tilt the pelvis up. So we're demanding the stretch here in the back leg. You can hold here. Maybe take cactus. Eventually bring your arms up and hold for 3. That's 1. Strong back leg. Bend the front knee more. Lift your pelvic floor. 2. Chop your arms forward. Rib cage back. Tail forward. And 3. Exhale. Bring your hands down. You can straighten your front leg for a second before you drag it back and lower Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, lead with your belly, downward dog, other side. Inhale, step your right foot forward. Stay low. If you can stay on the right toes, that's great, and we'll slowly work our way up. Again, hinge from your pelvis, not from your lower back. Belly and lift your pelvic floor. Bend the front knee, strong back leg, belly, and lift your pelvic floor. You could take cactus or reach your arms up. That's 1. Strong back leg, bend your front knee more. 2. Chop your arms forward, tail forward, rib cage back. 3. Exhale, bring the hands down. We'll straighten that front leg for a second, and then step it back, lower Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, lead with your belly, downward dog. Hold here. One, slow down the inhale. Control the exhale. Two, long arms and legs, heels down, big toes forward still. It's all the same work. Three, rotate the armpits in, curl the tail to the chest. Four. Five, as you exhale, gaze forward. Inhale, bend your knees, step or hop forward. Lengthen your head up. Exhale and fold, relax your lower back. Inhale, bend your knees, tail forward, arms up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Separate your feet hip distance. Inhale, catch your big toes, lengthen your head up, Padangusthasana. Exhale and fold, relax your lower back, heavy rib cage. Totally fine to bend your knees. One, lean your hips forward, press the feet down. Try to make your legs a little bit straighter. They don't have to come straight, you just work them there. Two, and imagine a string on the belly button lifting up. You lengthen your rib cage along the legs towards the floor, away from the string. Three, bending the elbows, so you're using the biceps, but the shoulders come away from the ears. So we're not shrugging, that's four. Five, inhale your head up. Exhale, stay there. Next inhale, step in the palm to the soles of the feet. Toes touch your wrists. Exhale and fold. That's one. Again, it's fine to bend your knees. No loss of karmic points at all. Two, if you can, lift your belly button up and lengthen your rib cage down. It's a bit trickier here. Three, bend your elbows. Bring the shoulder blades away from your ears. Four. Five, inhale your head up. Exhale, we'll slowly work our way back up into standing. Samasthiti. Trikonasana. Inhale, we'll step the left foot back or your right foot back. It's up to you, as long as you can see me. And we'll bring the arms up. Exhale, shift the hips back to the left, reach your right hand forward. You can keep that left hand on the hip, that's fine. Hand comes down the shin, the ankle, or the foot. Maybe you can bring your left hand up. Hold here. Oh, the shoulder's bothering me less. That's great. One. Still finding the inner edge of your front foot, working your front leg longer. It's okay if it's bent. We'll still be friends. Two, strengthen your back leg. Find your bandha two-step. Lengthen your rib cage away from the hips. Three, push your top hand forward like you're pushing it into a wall. Twist your chest up, and you're using the core strength to help you twist. Four. Five, exhale, look down. Inhale, come up. We'll pivot the feet towards the left. Shift the hips towards the right as you lengthen your left hand forward and bring it down on the shin, the ankle, or the foot. One side's always different. That's normal. You can stay here. Maybe lift up your right arm and hold. One, so you still favor the inner edge of your front foot, working the front leg longer. Two, strengthen your back leg. Find your bandha two-step. Lengthen your rib cage away from the hips. Three, and push your top hand forward like it's pushing into a wall. Twist your chest up towards it. Four. Five, exhale, look down. Inhale, come up. We'll pivot the feet towards the back. Bring the right hand on your hip and your left hand up. Exhale, we're going to pull your right hand back and reach your left hand forward. It's okay if you bring your hand down a block on the inside edge of your foot. Your hand can come on top of the foot on the outside edge and stay there. Maybe release your right hand up. Hold there. One. So really try to draw your right hip back as much as possible, then lengthen your rib cage forward. Two, and try not to curl over your right leg. Lengthen your chest towards the front of the mat. Three, you're still pushing your top hand forward. Resist the bottom hand back. Twist up with that strength. Four. And five, exhale, look down. Inhale, come up. Turn your feet towards the left side. Left hand on the hip, right hand up. Exhale, pull your left hip back and reach your right hand forward. And it's okay if your hand's on the inside edge or outside edge or on the foot. It doesn't matter, as long as you're somewhat twisting. It's okay if you're leaning weight forward. You want to straighten that left leg. Twist up, maybe release your left hand up and hold. One. So keep trying to work your left hip back, straightening your left leg. Lengthen your chest forward. Two. Push your top hand forward. Resist the bottom hand against the foot. Find length. 3. The more you can lengthen, the deeper you can twist. Left hip back, right hip forward. 4. 5. Exhale, look down. Inhale, coming all the way back up. And we'll just take a wider stance for Parsha Konasana, facing the right. Keep your hips faced alongside of the mat. You just bend the right knee. That's all you do. So we're not doing this. We're staying here. And then you can bring your right elbow on the knee. Left arm above the left ear. Maybe the left hand comes down. Hold. It's okay if you're using a block. That's 1. Open up the knees towards the wall behind you so you're broadening across the front of the pelvis here. 2, and you want to rotate your chest up towards the ceiling as much as you can. Take a deep breath. 3, pinky side of your left hand chops down. Twist your chest up. 4. 5, exhale, look down. Inhale, come up, pivot the feet towards the left. And again, it's easy to shift your hips towards the left. Keep the hips facing the long side of the mat. Just bend the left knee. Then bring your elbow and the knee, right arm above the right ear. Maybe your left hand down. That's 1. So again, open up the knees towards the wall behind you so you're stretching across the front of the pelvis. 2, and keep twisting your chest up to the ceiling. Take a deep breath. 3, the pinky side of your top arm chops down. You twist up with that strength. Push your head back. 4. 5, as you exhale, look down. Inhale, come up. We'll turn the feet towards the right and come down to the left knee. We'll bring the left elbow across the right knee. Lift your rib cage up and then twist. Slide your armpit towards your knee. You can take the hands in prayer. Maybe straighten your back leg. Maybe left hand down and right arm up. That's up to you. 1, left shoulder blade down the back. 2, find your bandha 2-step. Lengthen your rib cage forward. 3, if your top arm is extended, chop it down, twist up. 4. 5, exhale, look down. Inhale, come up, turn the feet towards the left. We'll come down to the right knee. I'll bring the right elbow across the left knee. And you just do what you can. You don't have to go into the deepest version. Find your tension point and then really extend your breath there. Lift your rib cage up, twist, slide your armpit down. And staying here in prayer is great. Maybe you can bring your right hand down, straighten your back leg. Maybe left arm up. That's 1. Right shoulder blade down the back in either version. 2, reaching your rib cage towards the front of the mat. 3, you're trying to bring your rib cage across the thigh, twist your chest up towards the ceiling. 4. 5, exhale, look down. Inhale, come all the way up. We'll bring our big toes inwards, hands to the hips for Prasarita. Inhale, reach your chest up. Exhale and fold hands down between your feet. Inhale, lengthening your head up. Exhale, fold, crown the head towards the floor. Hold here. 1, lean your hips forward, press the feet down. Try to make your legs straighter. 2, straighten the belly button, lifting up. Your rib cage is heavy. You can even bring your hands in the rib cage and make it heavier. It'll come deeper. 3, if your hands are down, squeeze your elbows in. Use the arm strength to bring your head down more. 4. 5, inhale, lengthen your head up. And exhale, we'll step the hands forward. We'll start to take the legs out into a wide-legged split, as wide as you can go. So if you're stopping here, that's fine. If you can, start to expose the soles of the feet to either wall. Maybe lower down to the elbows. Maybe onto the chest. You just do what you can. That's 1. Keep your legs strong and shift your hips back. 2, find your bandha 2-step. Belly in. Lift your pelvic floor. Now it's a different pose. 3, as you shift your hips back, lengthen your chest forward. 4. And 5. Okay, slowly work your feet back into their original position. Exhale and fold, and you'll just interlace the fingers behind your back. And if you want, you can stay here or take the hands behind the head. Whatever your shoulders allow. Hold there. 1, it's totally fine just to roll out your shoulders. That's okay. Rib cage is still heavy. 2, we're just stretching out the rotator cuff, but you have to relax it. 3, let your shoulders roll forward, let them relax. 4, and 5. Inhale, slowly work your way back up. And exhale, come back to the front of the mat, Samasthiti. We'll do Prasarita Padottanasana. No. We'll do Titahasta Padangusthasana. So bring the left hand on your hip. Keep your butt engaged. Inhale. We'll take this in stages. You can lift up your right knee or catch the big toe. That's a pose. Maybe your leg straightens. Maybe you can bend your elbow. And that's 1. Balance first. It doesn't matter how deep you go. It matters how deep you breathe. 2, if you're extending, try to point the foot, tighten the grip, and bend your elbow. 3, and drop your right hip down. It's going to help you lift the foot higher. 4, and 5. Inhale your head up. Exhale the leg or the knee out to the side. We're going to look towards the left. This is where the weight goes. 1, the weight is driving down into the left foot over and over. 2, belly in, lift your pelvic floor. Maybe bend your right elbow. 3, you want to roll the heel forward, whether or not your leg is bent. So it's going to help you level the hips. 4, and 5. Inhale into center for 1 breath, and exhale will fold. And from there, just release your foot. Hold there. 1, if you can, point the foot, but flex the big toe. 2, the right leg draws in, the left leg pushes down. 3, so these legs are working together as you lift your pelvic floor. 4, and 5. Kick the right leg back and catch it with your right hand. So this is a pose right here. If you want to use a wall, that's fine. Maybe extend your arm up. Maybe you lean forward a bit for dancer. That's 1. If you can, kick the foot into the hand, lead the foot up. 2, belly in, lift your pelvic floor. 3, 4. You don't have to go deeper. You have to breathe. And 5. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, release. And shake it out. Other side. Right hand on the hip. Inhale your left knee up or big toe on one side is always going to be different. That's normal. Maybe your leg comes straight. Maybe bend the elbow. And that's 1. Just find your tension point. Balance. Breathe. 2, if your leg is straight, point the foot, tighten the grip, and bend your elbow so the biceps working. 3, if you can, drop your left hip. It's going to help you lift the foot higher. 4, 5, inhale your head up, and exhale the leg or the knee out to the side, gaze to the right. This is where the weight goes. 1, start driving weight down into your right foot over and over. 2, as you drive your weight down, belly and lift your pelvic floor. 3, and if you can, roll your heel forward to help you level out your hips. 4, 5, inhale your leg into center, 1 breath, and exhale, fold. Inhale, release the foot, hands on your hips, and hold. 1, and if you come out, just come back in. That's all practice. That's normal. 2, draw the left leg in and draw your right foot down. 4, so these legs are working together as you go tall, belly and lifting your pelvic floor. 5, exhale, we'll kick your left leg back. You can stay here, maybe right hand up, or move to a wall. I'll still be your friend. Hold here, just do what you can. 1, balance and breathe. You don't have to go deeper. 2, deepen your breath. Hold your balance. 3, you're already counterposing. 4, and 5. Okay, release and shake it out. And we're going to do our first lift. So we're going to take our right foot above the left knee, and we'll bend the standing leg. Maybe bring your hands or elbows to the shins. That's a pose. Ideally, you want the hands down on the floor. So if you have blocks, you can use your blocks. Maybe you bend the standing leg more and bring your hands down. Hold here. 1, you want to flex that right foot. Lift your left arm. Bend your standing leg so your thighs are just about parallel to the floor. 2, and you want to feel your arms against the shin. The arms push back, and then you reach your chest forward. 3, belly and lift your pelvic floor. 4, breathe deeply. None of this works. And 5, so it's okay if you're staying here. That's fine. Maybe step your hands forward, squeeze the elbows in, lean weight forward. So you can stay here. Maybe lift up your right foot, maybe extend your leg. 1, belly in. 2, chest forward, elbows together. 3, chin, chest forward, heel up. 4, and 5, and we'll bring that foot down. Straighten your left leg, and exhale, fold. Well done. Inhale, coming all the way back up. Exhale, release and shake it out. Breathe. Okay, other side. Inhale. And one side's always different, so that's normal. Left foot above your right knee, and then we'll bring our hands or elbows to your shin. Maybe you can bring the hands on blocks or ideally to the floor. Hold here. 1. 2, flex your foot against the right arm. Press your rib cage down to the thighs so your rib cage is flat. 3, resisting the arms back as you bring your chin and chest forward. 4. And 5. And again, it's okay to stay here for 5 more breaths. Maybe step your hands forward. Lean weight into your hands, and you can hold here. Maybe lift your right foot. That's 1. Belly back, chest forward. 2, chin and chest forward, elbows in. 3, belly back, chin and chest forward. 4. And 5. We'll bring that foot down. Inhale, straighten your right leg. And exhale, fold. Inhale, slowly work your way back up. And release, shake it out. We're going to work our way into warriors. Come back to the front. Slow inhale, arms up. Exhale and fold. Relax your lower back. Inhale, lengthen your head up. Exhale, step or jump back. And again, you can hold here or drag the shoulder blades and elbows back. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, lift your rib cage up and back, downward dog. Turn the left foot into a 45. Step your right foot forward. Again, stay low. Keep this right knee bent. Hinging from your pelvis. Don't bend your lower back. Bend the front knee, lift your pelvic floor. You can take cactus arms or reach your arms up. That's up to you. 1, strong back leg, bend the front knee more. 2, right hip back, left hip forward. 3, belly and lift your pelvic floor. Chop the arms forward. 4, so as they chop, bring your rib cage back and tail forward. And 5, straighten your right leg, turn the feet towards the left. And we'll bend the left knee as much as you can. So you want to bring that thigh almost parallel. Try to square the hips and hold. 1, so left hip back, right hip forward. Belly and lift your pelvic floor, hinging from your pelvis. 2, you can always reset in cactus, bring your arms up. But we're still chopping forward now. 3, so as you chop forward, rib cage it and tail forward. It comes deeper. 4. 5, inhale, open up, warrior 2 position, hold here. You can come wide on your stance if you need. 1, opening up the knees towards the wall behind you. 2, belly and lift your pelvic floor so you're strong in the legs and your core. Now lengthen your rib cage up. 3, if you want to find your shoulder blades, just turn the palms up. Keep the shoulder blades in place. Now turn your palms down. 4. 5, inhale, straighten your left leg. Turn the feet towards the right and exhale. Bend the right knee. And we want the hips to come in this direction. Hold. 1, belly and lift your pelvic floor. 2, it's like you're pushing the arms down. As you do that, lift your chest up. 3, again, totally fine to reset the hands. Find your shoulder blades, bring the palms back down. 4. 5, exhale, bring your hands down. And we'll step the right foot back, lower chaturanga. Inhaling, upward dog. We're going to move it to sitting from here. Exhale, lead with your belly to downward dog. Gaze forward, bend the knees. Inhale, you can come onto all fours or onto your seat. Just in your own way, in whatever way is comfortable, come into a seated position. Keep the legs straight, hands beside you, grow tall. Hold here. 1, draw the legs into the hip sockets. The legs are strong. Belly and lift your pelvic floor, grow tall. 2, push the hands into the floor. Shoulder blades go down the back and they lift up into the chest. 3, sound the breath. Deep breaths in the top of the lungs. 4. And 5, keep your legs strong. Inhale your arms up. And exhale, you want to lengthen forward. Don't drop your head, lengthen forward. Lengthen away from the hips, away from the hips, away from the hips. And go ahead, let your hands come where they may. It's fine to bend your knees too. Hold here, Paschimottanasana. 1, belly back, reach your chest forward. 2, keep the legs drawing back as you lengthen your ribcage forward. Think of length instead of dropping down. 3, bending your elbows, bring your shoulders back, chest forward, and gaze up. 4, 5, inhale your head up. Exhale, release the hands behind you for Purvottanasana. Roll your shoulders forward, lift your chest up. Inhale, push your heels down, lift your hips up, drop your head back. If that hurts, bend your knees. That's fine too. 1, roll your shoulders forward, lift your chest up. 2, put your heels down, lift your hips up. More weight to the feet. 3, so you want to feel your feet flat on the floor, belly in, hips higher. 4, and 5, and lowering down. And you can take a break here, or vinyasa. Inhale, pick up. Exhale, step or jump back and lower. Full inhales every time. It's okay if you're taking a break. You breathe nice and deep. Exhale, lead with your belly, downward dog. Gaze forward, bend the knees, coming forward to a seated position. Keep your left leg straight, bend your right leg back, and we'll just move the leg out. We're just going to move it round and round just to loosen up some of the tendons around the hip socket. So you can stay here or take the hands underneath the shin or wrap the arms around the front of the shin. Roll your right hip forward toward your left foot. Grow tall, hold here. 1, strong left leg. Grow tall against the strength of that left leg. 2, flex your right foot. Bring the heel higher and the shin closer to your chest. 3, belly and lift your pelvic floor. Grow tall away from your hips. 4. And 5. Okay, release the foot. We're going to bring this leg now behind your shoulder. And it's okay if the leg is like behind your shoulder or just underneath the deltoid or just above the elbow. Those are all totally acceptable positions. We're just going to use it to leverage some weight here. So we're going to bring the leg as far back as you can. Bring the hands behind you. And we'll take this in stages. Inhale, if you can, just lift up your hips. That's work. You can stay here. Maybe you lift up your right foot or left foot. That's 1. Squeeze your legs together. 2, belly and lift your pelvic floor. 3, push the right foot down, get your foot higher. 4, and 5. Well done, lowering down. So again, we just need all this engagement here. There's no vinyasa. We're just going to switch sides. This is what holds the pose together. And this action of the arms is going to help accentuate that lift. So right leg straight, left leg back, and we'll just, again, roll the leg out. Roll it out so that you're nice and relaxed with the muscles all around the hips. And again, you can stay here, hands underneath the shin or around the front of the shin. Roll your left hip forward so the pelvic bone moves away from the sacrum. Hold here. 1, strong right leg, grow tall, away from the energy of the leg. 2, flex your foot, bring the heel higher and shin closer to your chest. 3, lengthen your chest away from your core. Belly in, lift your pelvic floor, and now tall. 4. And 5. Okay, now we're going to take this leg and bring it behind either the upper part of the elbow, lower part of the deltoid, or above the shoulder if you can. You just do what you can. And again, this is all going in stages. You stop at any stage where your body says, yeah, that's enough. You got to listen to that. Okay, hands by hips, chest forward. Inhale, lift your hips up and drag the hips back. You can stay here or lift up your foot. That's 1, squeeze your legs in. 2, push your left foot down. 3, belly and lift your pelvic floor, curl the tail up. 4, push the floor away. And 5, well done, and release the pose. And if you want to take a vinyasa, go ahead. Or take a break. Inhale, pick up. Exhale, step or jump back and lower chaturanga. Full inhales every time. It doesn't matter if you're off my count. Full exhales every time. Gaze forward, bend the knees, coming forward into a seated position. And we'll go to Baddha Konasana. So if you can, bring your feet together, knees apart. If your knees are high up, that's normal. You can massage your adductors with your elbows. If your knees do come down, you want to squeeze your feet together like that. So you get that squeezing action and lengthen your knees out to the side. And it's fine if you stay up here. Maybe you hinge your pelvis forward. Don't drop, length forward. Chin and chest forward. You just do what you can. Stay your tension points and breathe. 1, lengthen your knees out to the side. That's the priority. 2, hold the belly in, lift your pelvic floor, hinge the pelvis forward. 3, so the knees lengthen out to the side and you lengthen your chin and chest forward. 4, And 5. Inhale, come up. We'll make 2 fists. Put them behind your heels. Push your heels forward. Push your elbows down into your thighs around your back. 1. So as you push your heels forward, tuck the tail forward. 2. It's like you're trying to bite the tail at the head and tuck the tail to the head. 3. Push your elbows down, round your back more. 4. 5. Inhale your head up. We'll use the hands to help you lift the knees, and we'll work the legs straight into Upavishta Konasana. So it's okay to stay here. If you're not that flexible, I wouldn't go deeper than this. Just hinge the pelvis forward with the hands behind you. Maybe you can catch onto your shins, catch onto the feet, but again, don't drop. You want to lengthen forward. This is where the alignment stays intact and the stretch is honest now. It's not a collapse. Hold here. 1. Strong legs, press down, belly, and lift your pelvic floor. So you have a nice foundation here that you've built. 2. Then lengthen your rib cage away from your hips. 3. Strong legs, belly in, lengthen forward. 4. And 5. Inhale your head up. Exhale, stay there and do nothing. Next inhale, lean your weight back. Lift up the arms, lift up the legs. Lift your feet up. Hold there. 1. It's okay if your legs are bent. It's okay if you only have 1 foot lifting. That's fine. 2. Maybe work the legs straight. Maybe point your feet. 3. If you can, lengthen your rib cage up and drop your head back. So everything is nice and long. 4. And 5. And cross your shins. And you can take a break there or vinyasa. Inhale, pick up. Exhale, separate jump back and lower. Inhaling upward dog. We're going to come into a squat soon. Exhaling downward dog. Gaze forward. Inhale, jump your feet outside the hands. So you're in a squat. And if you can't squat, I would take a few blocks or a few books and sit on them so that you're getting used to the squatting position. And the idea of the squat is to draw the hips down towards the heels as much as possible. So you could bring the shoulders inside your knees. Now curl your big toes inwards and you get a deeper squeeze of the knees and your shoulders. You can stay here, hands in front or hands in prayer. And that's when, as you squeeze the knees on your shoulders, draw your tail forward. 2, belly in, lift your pelvic floor, grow tall. 3, resist the arms back against your knees, grow tall, pull your tail forward. 4. And 5. Okay, we'll bring your hands down. Preparing for a crow pose, Bakasana. So again, we're just going to do what you can. You don't have to lift. You just work towards it and you stop at your tension point. So your hands are about a foot in front of you. Now we can start with bent elbows. And you want, ideally, the knees to be right here underneath the deltoid or here above the elbow. Okay, either one is fine. We're just working towards balance. Bend your elbows back. Maybe lift up 1 foot or both. Hold here. 1, lift your heels up to your bum. 2, squeeze the knees in, squeeze your feet together. 3, maybe straighten the arms. 4. And 5, and lower down. Well done. Okay. You can take a break there or vinyasa. Inhale, pick up. Exhale, step or jump back and lower chaturanga. Full inhales every time. It doesn't matter if you're off by count. It matters that you're taking full breaths. Exhale, move into downward dog. Gaze forward, bend the knees, coming forward into a seated position. And we'll prepare for Navasana. So, lean your weight back, lifting up your legs. You can use your hands to help you, or release your hands, hold here. 1, keep the knees where they are. Maybe work your legs straight. 2, chop the arms down, lift your chest up. 3, bring your shoulders back, reach your chest forward. 4. And 5, cross the shins. We're just going to lift, inhale 1 breath. Exhale, lower, and we'll do that again. Bring your knees in. And inhale your legs up. Hold there. 1, chop your arms down, chest up. 2, shoulders back, chest forward. 3, 4, chop your arms. Come on, stay up. And 5, cross your shins. Inhale, lift. 1 breath. Exhale, lower. Once more. Inhale, lifting up. 1, chop your arms down, chest up. 2, thighs into your hips, chest up. 3, shoulders back, chest forward. 4. And 5, cross your shins. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Let's bring in some blocks or some books. We're going to do a couple more lifts and then we're done. So I got blocks just for you. If you have blocks, great. Otherwise, grab a couple of dictionaries. The thicker they are, the better, so that you get more height. And it's not cheating. It's a step towards lifting. And because we're all proportioned differently, we're at different periods of our life, it's totally fine to use a prop. So the idea of a prop as cheating is really nonsensical. As long as you're engaging all the muscle actions that achieve the same thing, then you're fine. Then you're not cheating, okay? So we're going to do a couple of lifts. Cross your shins and hug your legs. If they're your friends, because they are. Then bring in your blocks just beside your feet. We're going to lean weight forward, hands on your blocks. Inhale. It's okay if you keep your feet down. Lift your hips up. From here, maybe lift up 1 foot or both. Hold. 1, knees at your chest. 2, lift your pelvic floor. 3, push the floor away like it's hot. 4, and 5, and lower down. Well done. We're going to move on to our shins. So come onto your shins, cross your feet. And we'll come to sit on the feet. And the blocks are going to be by the knees. With my hands in the blocks, and straighten the arms and round my front. So you don't want a flat back. You don't want a collapsed front. You want a rounded front because this whole front line of the body is contracting. So we need to scoop it out as much as you can. So straight arms, push the floor away, round your front. And then inhale, maybe lift up 1 knee or both knee. Maybe lift up 1 foot or both. Hold here. 1, push the floor away. 2, lift up your knees. 3, lift the heels to your bum more. 4, and 5, and lower down. Okay, remove the blocks of death. Take a deep breath. Once more. Okay, and vinyasa. Just step your hands forward, step your feet back. Drag the elbows and shoulder blades back as you lower chaturanga. Inhaling upward dog. That's enough lifting for today. Exhaling downward dog. Gaze forward, inhale, coming forward to a seated position. And we'll lie down on your backs, preparing for back bends. And you just do what you can. It's the whole practice is do what you can. Find your tension point and breathe. And if you're running out of breath, take a break and breathe. So lying down on your backs, bend your knees. Bring the heels by this. You can push into your feet. I like to keep the hands on the ankles. That's a personal preference. Inhale, lift your hips up. I find that I have more to work with. Hold here. 1, so push your feet down. Try to reach your hips up. 2, if you're binding the feet, kick the feet into the hands. Resist the hands back at your chest higher. 3, push your shoulders down as you reach your chest up. 4, and 5, and lower down. 2 more. So if you want, you could take Urdhva or just continue with this version of the back bend. Inhale, lift up and hold. 1, shoulder blades down the back. 2, belly in, lift your pelvic floor, relax your upper ribs. 3, if you're binding, kick the feet into the hands. Favor the inner edges of your feet, make your legs straighter. 4, and 5, and lower down. And 1 more. Inhale, lift up. 1, 2, focus on your breathing. Let it deepen. 3, 4, and 5, and slowly lower down. Bring the knees in towards your chest. Rock side to side for a little bit. Okay, we'll take your hands to the sides. Allow your legs to fall towards the right. Totally fine to bring your right hand on top of the left knee. That's my personal preference. Gaze towards your left. If you like to straighten the legs or cross your legs, you do what works for you. Breathe. 1. So here we're not active. You want to be relaxed 100%. 2. Heavy ribs, heavy back, heavy hips, heavy legs. 3. And the heaviness of the body is what will take you deeper. You don't have to push. 4. And the more you relax your body, the deeper it can go. And 5. Well done. Inhale, bring your legs back up into center. And exhale, let the legs fall towards the left. Again, you do a twist that works for you. I like to bring my left hand on top of the right knee. If you want to straighten your legs or cross your legs, you do that too. Gaze towards the right and hold. 1. Heavy ribs, heavy hips, heavy legs. 2. More and more relaxed. Really feel what it's like to be relaxed in your body. 3. So as you feel that sensation of relaxing, keep deepening the breath and surrender to it. 4. And 5. Okay, inhale, bring the legs back into center. Hug your legs. If you want to make little circles or rock side to side in your lower back, go ahead. And then when you're ready, inhale, rock up to a seated position. If you want to take a vinyasa, go ahead. Otherwise, I'm going to go straight into a forward bend. I personally like to hug the legs after back bending. That's a personal choice. If you want to grab your feet and go right into it, go ahead. Hold here. Don't push in this pose. It's 10 breaths. 1. So let gravity and your breath do the work. 2. You're lengthening forward, but it's a gentle lengthening. It's not a push. 3. Focus the attention on deepening your breath. 4. Doesn't matter how deep you go. It matters how deep you breathe. 5. 6. 7. And 8. Slowly work your way back up, and you can take a break there or vinyasa. Inhale, pick up. Exhale, step or jump back and lower chaturanga. Full inhales every time. It doesn't matter if you're off my count. And full exhales every time. Gaze forward, bend your knees, coming forward into a seated position. We'll lie down on your backs, preparing for shoulder stand, for Sarvangasana. And you don't have to take the full version of the pose. This is like the entire practice, okay? We just want to reverse the blood flow out of the legs and direct it towards the heart. It'll help calm the nervous system. So lying down, and inhale, lift your legs up. This is a great pose to do before bed. Do this for a few minutes. It's fantastic. You could stay here. Otherwise, inhale, lift your legs up, hips up, hands on your lower back. Tuck the elbows underneath you as much as you can. Hold there. 1. Point the feet up and lengthen your tail up towards the feet. 2. Try to bring the elbows close together behind your lower back. 3. And then try to bring your hands lower on the back. 4. Encourage the feet towards the elbows, the tail towards your face. 5. Sound the breath. 6. Sound the breath through your throat. 7. And 8. Lower the legs down behind the head for Halasana. Maybe you interlace the fingers behind you onto the mat. Hold here. 1. Push your feet down, lift your thighs up. 2. Gaze towards your feet or to the wall behind you. 3. It's okay if your feet are up. They don't have to touch down. 4. Sound the breath, gaze towards the wall behind you. 5. 6. 7. And 8. Separate the hands of the mat. Use the arms like brakes and lower down your hips. Vertebrae by vertebrae. We're going to prepare for happy baby pose. So once your hips come down, bend the knees out to the side, grab onto your feet. Bend your elbows to bring your knees down. Hold here. That's 1. Totally fine to rock side to side and massage your paraspinals. Totally fine. 2. Bend your elbows, bringing your knees down towards the armpits. 3. And as you bring your knees down, try to bring your hips down. 4. 5. 6. 7. And 8. Okay. Hug the legs into your chest and rock up to a seated position. And if you want, you can take a break there or vinyasa. Inhale, pick up. Exhale, step or jump back and lower into chaturanga. Inhaling, upward dog. And again, it doesn't matter if you're off my count. That doesn't matter at all. Exhale, lead with your belly, downward dog. Stay with that internal rhythm of breath. Gaze forward, bend the knees, coming down to all fours and preparing for headstand. And you don't have to do headstand. It's always optional. You're welcome to move up against the wall. It takes time for your eyes and ears to adjust to being upside down. So you can take prep pose where you're just framing the face or the head with your arms, bring the head down, and you straighten the legs, and you just stay here. That's it. That's your headstand. It works. You can stay here. If you want to walk in and lift it up, go ahead, and we'll start count. 1. Keep pressing your forearms down. 2. As you press your forearms down, contain the rib cage. 3. Belly in, lift your pelvic floor, extend the feet to the ceiling. 4. Forearms down, rib cage in, tail and feet up. 5. Relax your eyes, relax your breath. 6. You don't have to go deeper, you just have to breathe. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Lowering down to pike. If you can, 5 breaths. 1. Otherwise, stay in headstand. 2. Super strong legs in pike. 3. Belly and lifting up your thighs. 4. And 5. Inhale your legs back up for 1 breath. And exhale, slowly bring your legs all the way back down. And I personally like to roll forward onto my head to stretch out the back of the neck. And then come into take a very comfortable child's pose. There's no count here in Balasana. Let your head and shoulders roll forward and heavy. If you want to get a deeper stretch in your lower back, curl the tail down towards your feet. Every time you inhale, open up the back side of the rib cage like it's a sail. When you exhale, let that sail soften down on your spine. Okay, and slowly work your way back up. Just step your hands forward. Step your feet back and lower chaturanga. Yes, I got close. Inhaling, upward dog. Exhale, lead with your belly, downward dog. Gaze forward, bend the knees, coming forward into a seated position. And if you can take full lotus, that's great. Otherwise, just cross your shins. If you want, you can catch the elbows behind your back and fold forward. If that's not comfortable, bring the hands in front of you so that the arms can bear some of the weight. Maybe you stack your fists and let your head rest down on your hands, or you can bring in your books, let your head rest there. Just be comfortable for 10 breaths as you cross your legs and fold forward. Hold there. That's 1. Head and shoulders rolling forward and heavy. 2, you don't have to go deeper, you just have to breathe. 3, try to keep your hips down as you lengthen your ribcage forward. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Slowly work your way back up. Take Chin Mudra. Index fingers to the thumbs, backs of the hands to the fronts of the knees. Padmasana, lotus, hold here. 1, press your legs down, belly in, lift your pelvic floor. Now lengthen. 2, straighten the fingers and the arms chop down on the knees. You lift your chest up with that strength. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lift the gaze, release the mudra, prepare for Plitti. If you have your books still handy or your blocks, go ahead. Bring them just beside your knees. Wherever you are, try to lift your knees up to your chest. And it doesn't matter if your feet are down. It doesn't matter if your hips are down. You just do what you can. Hands in the blocks or books. Inhale, lean your weight forward, lift up and hold. 1, knees at your chest. 2, belly in and lift your pelvic floor. 3, so your tail up to the chest. 4, push the floor away like it's hot. 5, shorten your waist, lift up again. 6, if you come out, come back in. That's fine. 7, lift up. 8, knees up. 9, and 10, and lowering down. And release the pose. And one last vinyasa. Step your hands forward, step your feet back, and lower into chaturanga. Full inhales every time, and it doesn't matter if you're off my count. Full exhale, lead with your belly into downward dog. And whenever you're ready, gaze forward, come forward into a seated position, and lie down on your backs, preparing for rest. I like to bring in a book for a pillow. Again, that's a personal choice because it'll help stretch out the back of your neck. It'll help release the lower dotted curve in a very soft way. So coming to lie down onto your backs, I like to start by lifting up the head, lengthening the back of the neck. Keep the head relaxed. The arms are active, but the head is relaxed. And then you bring the head down on the block or the book or right onto the ground. You can lift your hips up and take cactus arms. So the shoulder blades come into place. And then straighten your arms, slowly lower your hips. And if you want to keep your knees up, that's fine. Otherwise, if you're ready, go ahead and stretch out your legs for your Shavasana. We'll stay here for a couple of minutes. Let your body sink and relax. Deepen your breath. Feel the breath moving all over your body. When you inhale, the breath can extend all the way down to the feet. And when you exhale, you can feel the breath ooze out of the top of your head, out of your fingertips. Be aware of the sensation of relaxing your body completely. Surrendering your body to gravity 100%. So your body should feel like a stone that's been plunged into the middle of a pond. Every time you exhale, your body sinks deeper into that pond, moving deeper and deeper into a state of relaxation. Staying here for another minute. And bring the awareness back to your breath. Start taking deeper breaths. Bring the awareness into your body. Start moving fingers and toes. Rotate your wrists and ankles. Slowly bring your legs back together, the arms up behind the head, and then inhale, come into a stretch, reach the arms, legs, fingers, and toes, and exhale, just let it go. Bending your knees, rolling onto your right side. Use the right arm like a pillow, and left hand on the floor in front of your chest. Stay here for a couple of breaths. And then slowly work your way back up into a seated position. We'll close the class. Namaste. Thanks for joining me today. I hope that was helpful to you. And if you have any questions moving forward to subsequent classes, I hope you don't hesitate to ask. I do enjoy fielding questions because it keeps things active and fresh. Thanks, Jill. You did great. It doesn't matter. Thanks, everyone, for joining. It means a great deal, and it's a fun way to support the community, to stay connected, because that's what I really want, is to stay connected with people. Class, again, is on Thursday. I might move the time to 5 o'clock. That's what seems to be favorable in a poll, because I think some people are starting to get back to work either physically or remotely, and so they need that 9 to 5 time slot, so a 10 o'clock time doesn't work anymore. But shoot me a message, and we'll go from there. Lovely to spend some time with you this morning. Love everyone very much. Yeah. Oh, Sujin, you're here too. Hey, great. Thanks for coming. Yeah, I'll keep you posted on Thursday. It'll likely be 5 o'clock, okay? See you, Lana. See you, Irene. Thank you so much. Love you all. Bye-bye.